Let's do this.
It's showtime.
You're listening to the Thoughts of a Blog Queen podcast.
These are just my thoughts.
With your host, LaRae Renee.
A woman, her thoughts, and a mic.
Are you ready? Check this out.
Hey y'all, it's LaRae Renee, Blog Queen here. And this is a bonus episode. You guys, I told you on the last episode, episode 8, that I was going to drop a bonus episode. And I'm not going to extend this out for too long because honestly, you guys, I want to just give you my spill on everything that's going on. And then I just want to be done with talking about it in such a negative aspect on my platform. There are so many people that are talking about it, and that's fine. For me, I want to begin to just focus on the silver lining, if that is something that people can do. Here's the thing, you guys, this is life as we know it right now. There's nothing that we can do about it. We are facing something right now in life that is very trying. It's very difficult. It's very hard. It's scary. People are paranoid. People are losing loved ones due to this. And so yes, it's terrible. People have lost their jobs. Businesses are shutting down. A lot of money has been lost due to this. And that is very unfortunate. But you guys, I just feel like for us, my peers, just people who are just feeling like they're missing out on something in life because they're not able to get out and go socialize. They're not able to go, here, there, and everywhere, and they're having to just kind of spend more time at home right now. Like, is it really the worst thing, you guys? Like, is it really the worst thing that you're having to do that? Because here's what I feel like. Take this time and try to embrace it as much as you can. Figure out, now's the time to be constructive. Now's the time to start refining plans and goals and things that you want to do. And listen, look forward to a brighter and better future and start making plans for your future. Start the things that you have been talking about you wanting to do it. Just take this time and really self-reflect. I don't know how many of you guys believe this, but I feel like everything happens for a reason. I feel like we are going through something right now that to a certain extent, and you have to really kind of open your mind to this, it was necessary. And I don't mean that in a sense that people had to die or people have to get sick, but I just feel like, just the earth was moving at such a fast pace, and I feel like people were literally going crazy before any of this even happened. We have been just going through we've been seeing some crazy things, and I mentioned in my blog, sex trafficking was something that was becoming just normal. People were losing, especially for women of color. Women were just disappearing, and the sex trafficking numbers have just been increasing. And in my community, it's been happening in my community, and children are being killed and found near their own homes and being killed by people brought into their lives by their parents or family members or whoever, people, cops killing people. Like, the world as we knew it was already going crazy. And will this end crime? It definitely will not end crime. That's not the point that I'm making. I'm just saying that if you are a spiritual being like I am, and if you really can take a moment to try to look beyond this and look at a bigger, broader scope at what's going on and just how everything was happening prior to this, and really just try to take this and use this to see that the world needed to just slow down for a second. It's unfortunate that it had to happen this way, but it's like, what else? How else could we get people to be at home and spend more time with their loved ones and to get off of the street? And people were dying, but people were, drunk drivers, and texting while driving and killing people. And just a lot of stuff. And this is always, like I said, you guys, this is something that's always been going on, and crime will continue even after this passes. That's something that we know. But I feel like the world needed to slow down for a second. And I feel like if you are a spiritual being and you are a person who prays, this is the time. Just pray about it, and then continue on with your life. This is not going to be something that will necessarily be easy to get through, especially if you're someone who has had a lot of things directly affect them, such as losing your job or, things like that. But take this time and just use it to start start soul searching some things. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to try to sound too cliche about anything. I just want you guys to really just understand that this is something that we have to go through, and there's nothing that we can change about it. So we have to adjust. This is our life right now. So since this is our life right now, then let's just try to start making the best of it. And it's if you take a look at social media, like, that's what people are beginning to do. Like, look at all of the people look at all the DJs that are going live and having their little, parties and their Instagram parties, and people are turning their music up, and they're partying at home and drinking their wine at home, and they're just trying to make the best of it. And I think it takes people like that. Those are the exact type of people that we need to have in our social media feeds. These are the type of people that we need to be following. This is the type of energy that we need to be focusing on from this point forward, until a shift is made, and until something happens, until something changes, and until we progressively move out of this space that we're in right now and everything is okay. Then we need to make the best of what life is right now. So what that means for you, I don't know. You know what that means for you. You know what making the best of your situation is going to look like. For me, making the best of my situation means that I'm going to have more time to put into the content that I'm kicking out. I'm going to have more time to write. I'm going to have more time to do all of these things that I didn't necessarily have the time to do. I still have to work. And I'm blessed that I still am able to work, and that I'm not, being laid off or whatever. The job that I do, fortunately for me, I can do it remotely and I can do it from home. And so that's a good thing for me. So I still do have to work. I still have to get up early in the morning, and I still have to work until at least 5 o'clock. And then after that, I move into what I'm doing. But it's still, for me, it still has given me a sense of, okay, now is the time for me. Even if I wasn't motivated before, now is the time that I really want to get motivated, because I look at it like this. What if I was in a situation where I wasn't able to work from home? What if I was in a situation where I had to get laid off and I didn't have additional income coming in? So the things that I have been trying to create and the things that I have been working on, these are the things that I need to, double down and do even more work and put even more focus into, because I want to make sure that I have those streams coming into my household. I want to be able to know that I have productively put something out there that I can see grow. I have already, I have several platforms right now that I use to put content out there. And so now I need to start focus, and I've done, I've put in the work to, create the brand. And so now I need to focus on putting out things that are going to create income for me. More income, additional streams. It was doing what it was doing before, but now I need to level up. So that's kind of the mindset that I feel like all of us should have right now. What if you weren't able to work, or what if, if situations were worse for you, like how would you get through this? Now's the time to begin to start looking into several different options and have plans set in motion. It's like you never really know what's going to happen or what the next turn of events is going to be. And this just made me realize that, okay, I should have already had a certain type of plan set in place for something like this. But again, who would have thought that we would have been going through this? So it's kind of hard to say that, but it just put a scope on me for several different reasons. And it just made me realize that I need to kick it up a notch in the things that I'm doing. And that should be the same type of motivation and drive that you have. You should be in a space where you want to get shit done. So take that and just try to move forward with that. Take care of yourself. Continue to, follow, check in with the CDC, follow the guidelines. Just take care of yourself and your family members and do whatever you can to make sure that you're not exposed to it. And just, do your best to live your life. Do your best to live your life and, just be humbled that you're still okay. Be humbled that you've made it, to this point in life, and that you're just okay. You know what I mean? If you're listening to this podcast right now, I feel like you're okay. You know what I mean? Some people aren't as fortunate. And so if we could just stop at this point now, like we're going to have to definitely stay up to date on everything that's happening. And, it's going to be hard to avoid the negativity, but we can definitely do something about what is being put out there. And if we each take it upon ourselves to put something positive out there into the universe and work on things and continue to spread love and continue to spread peace and continue to pray, then I think that we're going to be okay. And I think that we're going to be fine. And I think that this too shall pass. Right? So that's it. I wanted to just give you guys my little thoughts on it, and that's it. And again, I'm done with it. I've dropped my bonus episode. I've put out a blog post on it, and that's it for me and coronavirus. I'm not going to focus on that aspect anymore. I'm just gonna try to just continue to do what I do and continue to chase these dreams and continue to live this life and be happy and love and be loved, and that's it. So you guys just be inspired and take care of yourselves, and everything is going to be all right. So until next time, you guys, peace and blessings.
Let's do this. It's showtime.
You're listening to the Thoughts of a Blog Queen podcast.
These are just my thoughts.
With your host, LaRae Renee.
A woman, her thoughts, and a mic.
Are you ready? Check this out.